guys, before we get started today, I have some news.
Okay.
Exciting. Love news.
Yes. How do y'all feel about getting that bag?
Wouldn't be mad at it.
I
Okay.
mean, have we first set up our company appropriately so that the United States government is going to come after us?
Okay.
Question number 1. Did you already handle that? Or do we have to handle that after this?
Waves hand, that's not important.
Oh, great. Cool. Yay. I'm not afraid of the government. It's fine.
I'm terminally afraid of the government. But you know what? I also live with a devil may care attitude.
Amazing.
Yes.
Sounds right, actually.
Yeah. Which means I careen between the guardrails of life perpetually in fear. It's amazing. But yes, I have sold ad time. In addition to the taxation considerations, Tegan, we may also have some equal time consideration because I have sold time to a political candidate.
Oh, great. Let's see how this goes.
No. 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 We even have it on, like, the stuff. We're not here to talk politics. We're here to talk video games.
Wait, Tegan,
so, like...
We're perpetually talking politics by virtue
Yeah,
of...
I know. But we have it on our stuff that we're not here to talk politics. We're here to talk video games.
God.
I feel like talking policy and talking politics are fundamentally different. You know, we are actively encouraging you to do your own research and support the candidate who is going to do the best for you. But, like, we're not endorsing anyone in particular, are we?
I'll tell you what, if some fucking lunchbox listening to this show listens to this show and is like, I'm going to do the research, and then they come away with that from that research and deciding that they're going to vote for Trump, I sincerely hope that they come across a fucking thumb in their Wendy's chili. Like, fuck that.
Alrighty.
Yeah, like if you do your research and you're like, you know what, people who support a flat Earth and shackling vaginas, that's the party for me. Fuck off. Like no, I'm not going to tell you like do your own research and come up with an answer if that's your answer.
Brian, last time I checked, the ocean wasn't carbonated. I'm pretty sure it is flat.
You know what, Rocky? You're on my fucking list right now. Right?
Amazing. See, this is why I think historically we haven't done that.
Okay, but all right. So
now Rocky's on the list. Who knew?
Yeah, but at least he's not on the government's list. It's a whole different list. He's on my list, which is as we've historically established, basically worthless. Tommy Tallarico is still free. Right.
Tommy Tallarico is still free. However, Duckett Sequoia continues to break into your house. So,
Well, Brian's friends with Duckett Sequoia. That's different for some reason. We're not friends with Duckett Sequoia.
Why are we calling him a friend now?
I don't know, man.
The man clogs my toilet and locks me in rooms. That is not a friendship.
I mean, it could be if you're into it.
Brian said he's not into it. I think he's saying he's not into it. I think that's fine. We can accept that one.
I'll accept that, Tegan, if it's consensual bathroom locking.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the key. It's got to be consensual.
Yeah, but this is not consensual bathroom locking. Duckett Sequoia is not welcome on this property. Fuck him. But that's not who we're here to talk about today. That's not who bought this airtime.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to introduce you to the political candidate who has purchased airtime. Mm-hmm. Please be nice to him. I hope he spends more money. I plan on purchasing one of those inflatable hot tubs.
Why wouldn't you just buy a jacuzzi? It's fine. I'm leaving it alone. It's your life.
Thank you.
I'm not leaving it alone. You should get something way more permanent.
Tegan, I'm not permanent. All right.
Oh, true.
All right.
It increases the value of your home.
Tegan, I rent.
He does.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Ezekial Ribboncandy.
Okay.
What an amazing name.
Hello.
Are you? Hello, Mr. Ribboncandy.
Yes. I am running for the office of president of these 36 states.
I'm sorry, how many?
36 states.
I don't know a nation that's made up of only 36 states.
I do, and it's this one, apparently.
I've journeyed to the New Mexico territories because I received a telegraph from Brian Cartwright saying that he had some kind of aerial technology that would let me advance my platform.
That seems to be the case. That seems where we are now, yeah?
What is the platform you are running on?
Basically, I've taken a look at the other men running, and one of them appears to be a engorged robber baron in bed with the Prussians. And one, a doddering old man who tells stories of time when he ate ice cream and rode a velocipede. I want to say,
I knew which election this was.
And I am here to say I'm younger than both Donald John Trump and Joseph R. Biden. They're both very, very old, and I'm offering myself as the youth alternative. People want a voice that speaks to the young people. And that's me. I have a platform which involves things like putting the caffeine back in tea.
That sounds like a great stance.
There are a lot of teas that currently contain caffeine. It's not against the law.
I'm not here to judge you for your illegal bathtub tea, Rockford.
How many hours a day do you believe people should be working?
I think that the man deserves the sweat of his brow, and that means that he should retain the labor and not some vile capitalist.
And so he should be paid a wage according to the amount of work he puts in?
Correct. He should not be a victim of skullduggery while some man with a pressed collar keeps the wages of the man. That's sin, and I don't cotton to sin. So if a man wants to work 6 hours a day for 5 days a week because he needs the time for his family and his art and his health, honor that man's choice, but he should be paid the true value of his labor.
See, Raggy, I think we're onto something here. No candidate's platform is 100% good, but like that already is pretty good.
I mean, I feel like they're a little late to the game, but that's fine.
I mean, I feel like Panera could also do something about that, you know. They could do something about getting the tea back in the caffeine back in the drinks, you know?
I mean,
they might have a word or two about that.
I don't know if we need the Panera backed candidate. You know, it's fine. I'm leaving it alone. I'm letting him speak.
What Panera has done is vile. Because a man should know into what covenant he enters. And though I advocate for caffeine in tea, it should be appropriately labeled. And so what Panera has done is a sinful covenant because they do not properly notice the caffeine in their charged lemonade.
See, this sounds great.
Yeah,
I don't see a problem yet.
Okay, Ezekiel, what do you know about the FDA?
The FDA is a bunch of rot-gut cowards unwilling to stand up for the American people. And we need strength and governance and labeling.
I don't know, Teague. This seems like a conservative under a different coat, but that's fine. Continue, Ezekiel.
I'll tell you this. I once fought a bear for 135 rounds for a nickel.
There it is. It's fucking Teddy Roosevelt, too.
And I'll tell you this. I'll fight any one of these Republicans for 136 rounds for 2 cents.
God,
I'd like to see that, though.
I would love to see the election between Ezekiel and The Rock in, 2028, but we'll see how that goes.
The Rock should not have stolen Cody's spot.
There we go. Now we're getting to it.
Let's be real here.
Man, those are some words, and I don't know what they mean.
They're wrestling related.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a man's sport.
Women are in wrestling. If Brian were here, he would definitely have some words to say about the place of women in wrestling.
And we recognize that Cody Rhodes, Dwayne Johnson, and Roman Reigns are all Nepo babies in the world of wrestling.
Yeah, that's fine. Wrestling Nepo baby is probably not the biggest sin, but it is a true statement.
They all are. That two of them are Nepo babies in the same family is additionally funny. It's like if Prince William and Prince Harry were having it out, and then the Crown Prince of Japan just showed up and said, "Yo, what up?"
Crown Prince of Japan? Okay, Ezekiel, I feel like we might be getting off topic here. I don't know how much time Mr. Cartwright sold you. I'm afraid to ask, but we do also have a show to do.
My hourglass runs empty.
Okay.
I ask you to please consider writing in Ezekial Ribboncandy in this election. I have purchased 2 more spots throughout the campaign, and when I return, I shall introduce my running mate.
Okay.
Farewell.
Right. Take care of yourself, Ribboncandy. Ezekial Ribboncandy, everybody. Running for the president of these 36 states. His words, not mine.
Yeah, last laughs on y'all nutsacks because he's running for president of 36 states, which means that, like, I guess I'm off the hook because I live in the 48th state.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's my problem, isn't it?
Damn. Yeah, I think that you're up for Ribboncandy. I don't know.
I'm not sure if that's right, but also, Brian, just quick question: is Ribboncandy a time traveler? Is he like from like the 1830s or something?
That would explain the weird brass contraption in my front yard.
Okay. Sure, man. What does it seem to do? What does it look like?
It looks like a porta potty with fucking Tesla coils on top.
It's time to steal a time machine.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, I have a question. Can I take the turrets from atop my house?
Yes.
and
mount them on the exterior of the time machine?
Yes.
I guess you could probably do that.
I see nothing wrong with this. Nothing will go wrong from this endeavor of mounting the turrets on a time machine.
I'm gonna fuck with the time stream, y'all.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be incredible.
I think as long as you don't shoot willy-nilly into the time stream, it'll be okay. Just
I feel like that's the thing that's absolutely going to happen. I'm sorry, Tegan.
No, just open fire on landing. It's fine.
I don't believe Brian has the patience to wait that long. I think he's just going to fire some bullets. They're just going to go someplace, and we're just going to find out what that does later.
It's not going to go someplace. It's going to go sometime.
Oh, well, that's less of a problem because there's almost no one in like Arizona when Brian's firing bullets. Whatever, who cares?
Rocky, did you just tell a Hitman player that he doesn't have the patience for killing?
Killing? That's not what I said. Because killing means that you have a target that you're aiming at, that you're shooting at. Like, I'm just talking about turrets on top of a time machine and you having a button that's a trigger in front of you. Who knows what would happen? You don't know that it's going to kill anyone.
Can you be a time traveling hitman? Can we put out like specific bolos on like people and you can just take them out?
Yes.
See, Rocky, look, this is perfect. We got this.
Perfect. It's a very strong word for what's happening, but everyone.
No, listen. Here's what'll happen. We'll continue to live in the future. Brian will go time travel, do a hit, come back, ask what's different, and we won't know.
I mean, that's definitely science, but like we won't. I don't know if that's a continuous time.
We just have to, as long as we're writing down our results, it's science.
Okay, everyone that's listening to the show, please let us know which people you would like Brian to go back in time to kill. Vote now on your phones.
Jesus Christ. You're probably going to need to like carry an object that I've personally mailed you in your pocket all time so that way you are not affected by the changes.
What? Okay, sure.
No, I mean I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Like, I think I saw something like that in a movie once. Some fucking movie where like Christopher Reeve was like walking around with a button in his pocket. I don't know.
Okay, you know what? It's
like
fine.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh my god, something in a movie once and makes sense. They're two very different things.
Look, fucking Michael J. Fox got that shit off with a DeLorean. Okay, all right. Look,
in a movie. Do you think Back to the Future, while a national treasure, is not actually a historical artifact? That's what I'm trying to say here. That doesn't seem confusing, does it?
Aren't movies historical artifacts by virtue of the fact that they were created in the past?
How could you be sure that Back to the Future is not a historical artifact, considering you wouldn't know the effects of the time travel?
I mean, I have a question. Like, is the Mona Lisa a historical artifact?
Yes.
Okay, is Beethoven's Ninth Symphony a historical artifact?
Yes.
Okay, all right, great. Is Back to the Future a historical artifact?
I don't think so.
You fucking nerd.
Maybe if we're talking about a VHS tape that contains the film Back to the Future, that could be a historical artifact. You know what the difference is? It exists in the real world. It was made by hands in this universe. And that's what I'm talking about here.
Oh, okay, so let's go back to Beethoven's Ninth then, because that's not a physical object.
That's fine. But the paper that it was written on...
Yeah, I mean, there is a score.
Yeah.
Okay, so isn't there a 35 millimeter negative of Back to the Future?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, all right. Isn't that a historical artifact?
That would be a historical artifact, but the film itself doesn't talk about... It isn't a recounting of human history.
Okay, but you didn't say... that the paper that Beethoven's Ninth is written on is a historical artifact.
You're right. I did not clarify that. That was my mistake. I apologize.
Allegedly, this is a podcast about video games.
Allegedly, yeah.
But sometimes I'm a rascal, and I come with rascal energy to this show.
That's true. And sometimes also video games involve time travel. So, like, it's still topical. This is still fine, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And obviously my opinion is the one that matters.
I am Brian Cartwright.
I'm Tegan Somerset or something.
Yeah.
People call me Rocky Hardy.
Are they right?
Who knows?
Jesus.
But what I want to start with today is actually also not video game related. It's just video game adjacent. You guys heard that Taco Bell had a direct, right?
I'm so glad you want to talk about this. That was on my notes for today.
Taco Bell what?
Taco Bell had a direct.
The Taco Bell direct blew my fucking mind.
There it is. How'd I fucking know?
No, what'd they do? Tell us they're taking potatoes off the menu again?
No, Tegan, this was not about subtraction. It was about addition. It was amazing.
Are you kidding?
No,
it's
he's
Taco
not.
Bell.
No, it's Tegan, you are not going to underestimate the Taco Bell 2024 Live Moss event on this podcast today. It's not going to work out for you.
They could have rolled out Taco Bell Plus. I would have been fucking in. Like,
I hate everything, every single word in that sentence.
Like,
what?
Like, oh my god, the fucking E3 style stage. Like, what was happening? My brain was melting. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm going to grab just a quick article for Tegan to peruse while Brian.
No, I don't need. I'm good. This is fine. God damn it.
Okay, let's fucking talk about that Cheez-It Crunch Wrap, y'all. Jesus Christ.
What is this?
Yeah.
Why does this look better than E3? Why is Kotaku covering it?
because they basically had an E3 style press conference with please clap people sitting in front of them.
They did. It's true.
Yeah, and like it's the most amazing thing. I was like, what the fuck? Like I was like sitting there like looking at footage of it, and I was just like, this. My brain is leaking. Like my brain is crying. I'm here for it.
Is this the future of marketing?
Yes. Taco Bell figured out. Like, you know what? Like fucking video games gets everyone to clap for marketing once a year. Like Disney does it as well with the fucking D23 conference.
Video games have been doing. I'm so mad that like E3 is actually dead, because the funny thing is that like pretty much everything that like the business side of video games has done in terms of like entertainment, everyone wants desperately.
Right.
They want the hype cycles. They want the flashy presentations. They want the people who are excited to stand in line to buy the new thing.
Yeah,
and like But all that shit is just falling apart in real time in video games, and everyone else is like, video games did this for like 20 years. We got to be able to do this. And
yeah, they want to be able to talk to, be it like viewers, listeners, readers, or in the case of Taco Bell, fucking eaters. They want to be able to, they want to talk to, they want to talk to these people as if they were shareholders, and then have them be excited about it.
No.
Right? Yes.
And that's the part that like. I'm like, you know what? Like, if we're at the end of late capitalism and we're all gonna fucking die, at least I can laugh. And like the Taco Bell fucking faux E3,
right?
Where they're like
musical acts.
No,
yeah.
bullshit. Fuck off.
Yeah, they did, Tegan. They did.
I hate everything about this.
And they introduced.
I quit.
They introduced the fucking Cheez-It Crunch Wrap.
No, I quit. I quit right now. Goodbye.
Where they're like, look,
like it's a big deal.
Like it's a big deal.
It's a crunch wrap with Cheez-Its.
So it's no. Tegan, here's the thing. It's not Cheez-Its. It's not a bevy of several mini regular human-sized grocery store ready Cheez-Its like you and I are familiar with. Oh no.
Is it one big Cheez-It?
It's one big motherfucking Cheez-It. Which means that like the most secret, fucking hidden, desirable, like can't just straight up buy an item is the Mega Cheez-It, which will only go to Taco Bell to serve as the backbone for the Cheez-It Crunch Wrap. They're like, hey, yo, what if we made a Crunch Wrap, right? But instead of having like a tortilla, like a flatbed, like crisp tortilla in the middle, it just has one big ass Cheez-It.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Checkmate, you win. I am going to go. Yeah, you've won.
Marketing was a mistake.
Brian, I feel like you're underselling the cheesy chicken crispanada right now.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God.
Okay, like
there are so many words. You guys keep saying words that mean things, but I don't know what any of them are.
Rocky, take it away with the cheesy crispanada. Like I'm holding my favorite item back.
Okay.
And I think you know what it is.
Okay. Well, we're gonna come back to that. But the cheesy chicken crispanada is a shredded cheese filled chicken stuffed empanada, right? So like the empanada, like, you know, like the big, like half, like semicircle thing that you normally have like fruit or like, you know, maybe some assortment with meat with like potatoes or some vegetables and like Puerto Rican, like tradition or whatever. This one is just shredded cheese and fried chicken nuggets, basically stuffed inside of an empanada.
Yep.
They also had some air horns, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they did.
I have a question. Is that not just like a calzone, but without the tomato sauce?
It is, in fact, a calzone without tomato sauce.
Okay, cool, great, cool. Chicken calzone with no tomato sauce. Instead, that weird Taco Bell spicy cheese sauce, probably. It's not good. It makes everyone's tummy upsetty.
I don't know if they're going to put the sauce in it. That's not clear. Like the photos that they showed, just kind of look like it's chicken and shredded cheese. There is a dipping sauce. And they announced it's going to be available nationwide next week. So by the time this podcast is out, like you can just go get a crispy chicken crispanada, I guess.
And I love the fact that they were doing like fucking like E3 style, like, and it's premiering next week. Like,
yeah,
like that was like, but for me, the game changer was the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Pie.
They're doing ice cream too. Like ice cream makes sense. What do you mean you're doing Baja Blast Pie? There's no fruit in the Baja Blast. You can't fruit you can't pie a non-fruit thing. Right?
Tegan, we have the technology.
No, I don't care. The technology needs to go away. I'm the premier dessert person on this show. The technology needs to go back in the box.
Like I love the fact that like for going on, what is it, 7 years now?
Yeah.
No one has committed more food crimes on this show than Tegan but like some kind of like mob film. Someone's like, they shouldn't have killed that 6-year-old. Like Tegan is like, this has gone too far. This has gone too far.
You put jelly beans on your scrambled eggs one time.
Oh God. Okay, actually, I have an image for Tegan if she wants to look at it.
She
doesn't want to look at it.
So says, I only eat orange food, Tegan Somerset.
Yeah, I do only eat orange food. I bought oranges today, actually. What is this? No! What? Cinnamon twist topping? Yes. What is that? What do you mean cinnamon? That's just cinnamon whipped cream. That's okay. What the fuck is that pie? What is that pie?
Look at that. Look at that thing of fucking beauty.
What is it? That's not a natural color. That's a pudding consistency. That's a pudding pie in a non-graham cracker crust, so it's gonna be bad. And then, like, what is it? What is it made of? It's gotta be vanilla pudding that they just put Baja Blast in instead of hot water, right? Hot Baja Blast in your pudding pie? This looks bad. This looks like a bad decision.
I'll tell you what, like, hot Baja Blast in your pudding pie sounds like a line from like some AO3 shit. Yeah, fire my hot Baja Blast in your pudding pie. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. I know Nico. Nico's upset that I'm upset. This is bad.
Look at that! Look at that fucking pie. I cannot wait to fuck that with my bite mouth.
I can't wait for you to do that, and then just like 10 minutes later, be like, my stomach hurts.
Oh no!
You are wishing hurt on me, Tegan? That's terrible.
No, I just know that's what's gonna happen. I'm no fool.
Jesus.
Brian likes delicious food. Brian recommends good restaurants with a wide variety of fabulous meals available for all palates. Brian is not going to have fun with the Baja Blast pudding pie.
We've reached the end of days.
I don't believe that's true, but still, this is a thing that's happening for sure. And to be honest, it's just going to make Taco Bell a lot of money on curiosity alone.
Oh my God, Rocky, the clapping when they rolled out the new fucking sauce packets.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Just happy to be here.
Oh my God. Like, what the fuck? This was like, wow. I'm so glad you brought this, Rocky, because like I brought it too. And it feels like when people give each other the same sweater for Christmas. Like, it just, because I was like, what is this horse shit? This is both simultaneously the best and worst thing that has ever happened. I love and hate this. I want to stand outside its window and scream at 3 a.m. I fucking hate this.
This is terrible.
Yes, and I love it. I love it. This is the best example of thanks, I hate this.
I'm not even saying thank you. I just hate it. Oh, God. So who's next? Is it McDonald's?
It's Wendy's, actually, but
yeah, I would believe Wendy's because like McDonald's was too busy like tucking its like leg, tail between its legs this week.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. They really fucked up. They said like, hey, what's crazy? Like people who make less than $45,000 a year stop shopping at McDonald's. That's crazy, right? Like, what the fuck is that about? It's just like, nope.
That's because McDonald's is too expensive.
Yeah,
what? Are you kidding?
It's like, I'm sorry, motherfucker. Like $9.50 for a medium Big Mac meal. Fuck yourself. Like, what are you doing? Like, and there are markets where it's more than that. There's like markets where it's like fucking $12, $13 for a Big Mac meal. Like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that and expect people to make less than $45K to like continue to like hang out there.
Yeah,
just not going to fucking happen. But like their quarterly earnings report where they're like, yeah, so basically we decided to horse fuck people during quarantine, and when quarantine was over, we decided to continue horse fucking them, and as inflation has worsened, we have found that we have lost a substantial percentage of our customer base. Whoopsie daisy, whoops. Whoops. Yeah, like the amount of money that they have lost, like it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And like they were all like hat in hand, be like, yeah, we're gonna figure out what items we can lower the price on the menu.
All of them. All of them! What are you talking about? One? All of them! A cheeseburger should not be more than $1. Are you kidding me? It's McDonald's. Are you stupid? I want 2 apple pies for $1. Fuck off.
No,
I'm mad. I didn't
or some shit.
I didn't realize I had opinions, but apparently I have opinions.
No, that's fine. That makes sense.
Yep. It just absolutely just fucking ridiculous. Like, it's amazing that, like, I think McDonald's is like the first major corporation to be like, yeah, all of this wanton price gouging has finally caught up with us. Whoopsie! I think this is the first example of like a gigantic publicly traded corporation going, whoopsie daisy, we fucked ourselves.
I would like a Happy Meal for like $7 or whatever with a toy, and I want the toy to be cool.
You mean you don't want the toy to be a piece of cardboard you're supposed to like punch out from the side of the box?
No, I want it to be something cool that does things, like a little squirt gun or like a fun little plush toy or a mini Polly Pocket. Remember when you used to get maybe you don't, maybe you used to get mini Polly Pockets in your little McDonald's toy. Like, what on earth? Hello?
I know we collected like those Sonic games that they did.
Yeah! Like cool stuff.
Or when they had fucking Beanie Babies and the whole of the world lost its shit.
Good times.
Yep.
Yeah, we were one of those families. I'm sure everyone was one of those families for a little bit, but like
old enough to remember the fucking Garfield glasses. All right? That dates me, as like 2 listeners like type into their phone Garfield glasses, McDonald's, and go, oh damn. Maybe Brian is Ezekiel Ribboncandy.
Bad news about who one of those 2 listeners are.
Oh no.
Garfield glasses, McDonald's.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, the ones with lead in them.
That's the one. Yeah.
Hell yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
They have lead in them though. Don't drink out of them. Display pieces only.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. If the fucking Stanley cups can have lead in them, so can my Garfield glasses, okay?
Maybe neither of them should have lead. Just throwing that one out there. Maybe neither of them should have lead and be given to public for consumption.
Okay, that's a good idea, Rocky, and I'll stand by that.
Okay.
Christ. But yeah, like, but nobody else has been like, you know what? We fucked everybody, and now we fucked ourselves. Like, nobody else is like. I guess like the speed of fuck has been discovered for McDonald's.
I think that once McDonald's realized that like their main consumer base could no longer afford to consume their thing, that was the problem, you know?
Yep, that's the one. Like McDonald's has for decades been the special night out treat for like lower middle class families, or we're super fucking tired and mom has just gotten off her second job. Like but like if the people who eat at your fucking restaurant, also, you know else who needs to like eat at McDonald's? Teenagers who have bullshit money because they have a bullshit job. Like they work like a day a week at the mall, or they have an allowance or whatever. And if teenagers no longer are incented to spend their small amount of money at your bullshit restaurant, then they're going to go spend their money somewhere else. Like nobody can afford to fucking, like, the people who ate at McDonald's can't eat there anymore. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like,
and the food quality has gone down. Like the price is getting way higher, and like the food quality is like the same or worse. They don't even have the fun play places anymore. They're taking out the play places. Where's a kid supposed to find a jungle gym nowadays?
Well, Tegan, what if we replace the play place with
I hate this already. No. Don't replace the play place.
What if we replace the play place with a long table with high bar stool style seating? So it's a single continuous surface, so that way it's easier for a staff member to clean, as opposed to say 6 different tables. So now we have a long bar, and hanging above that bar are 2 TVs loudly playing CNN.
Do you remember when McDonald's used to have GameCubes in them?
Yeah, sure. I sure do. Hell,
was a time.
I remember when they had fucking N64s in them, Tegan.
Look at that. What a time.
Yep. I
We
remember,
have
like,
strayed so far from God's plan.
we sure have. Now we got the fucking CNN bar, and there's so many parts of the inside of McDonald's now that look like the part of a hotel lobby that you sit in tired while the concierge figures out what's wrong with your room. You're like, my reservation is today, and they're like, click, 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 click. Mr. Hardy, our apologies. We have a convention which is here right now, and so as a result, for the first night of your stay, we have your room double booked, but we don't have that problem for the rest of your stay. So I'm going to figure out how to solve this. If you could take a seat in that big ugly chair over there, our Wi-Fi password is overcooked French fries. Just go ahead and sit in that chair, and I'll figure it out for you. Click, 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 click. The number of areas in McDonald's that no longer have like something that resembles like seating for a single family or a single group is amazing. Like there's just like scattered fucking chairs and like long high tables and a bunch of TVs that loudly play CNN while they ask you to buy USA Today for $4. What the fuck is this place? What
They want to be
fuck?
Starbucks, dude. Like, you know,
Starbucks doesn't even have TVs in it.
no, that's true.
They do want to be Starbucks, but Starbucks doesn't have TVs in it because Starbucks isn't for the family. It's for the business person who's getting a coffee.
Right.
You know, and their teenage children.
And nobody wants to sit in McDonald's and fucking balance their Big Mac on their lap, you know, because there's no fucking tables in McDonald's anymore. Like, what the fuck? Like, why does the inside of McDonald's look like the inside of a Starbucks? Like, Tegan is dead on. That like $4 USA Today and like the disappearance of tables. Like, whoever told them that was a good idea, that is a wrong person. That is a wrong person, and they should be immediately promoted to customer. I'm so tired. And in summary, this is why I'll be eating the Baja Blast pie.
Yep, got him.
Man, Jesus fucking.
I'm not eating the Baja Blast pie.
Tegan, just do it once. Just do it once.
Okay, if you send me the money to eat the Baja Blast pie, I will eat the Baja Blast pie. But I'm not doing it of my own volition with my own money. Absolutely not.
Tegan, like, don't you wanna?
Do I want? No, it's gonna make my tummy hurt. I already know. Sometimes you see a dessert and you understand it's going to be bad, like on a fundamental level. And that's all you need to know about it, you know? I'll do it for the bit, but I won't be happy about it.
Fair enough.
If it ends up being good, I will be very mad about it.
Tegan.
Yeah.
Tegan.
Mm-hmm.
Check your PayPal balance.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah, of course. Brian's gonna put his money where his mouth is.
$5.
Hold that, I guess.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll do it. I'll eat the fucking pie.
Yeah.
And I won't be happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Two things can be true simultaneously. When is it available? Next week, you said?
Next week, probably, yeah.
When it comes on the website menu at my local Taco Bell, I'll go get one. And I'll be mad about it.
This one's not next week. For the Baja Blast pie, that is just sometime in the future.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's simply been revealed.
Yeah. You're like
right.
they haven't set the date yet at the death house. You know, you just know you got to go at some point. You know, Tegan doesn't know when she's going to take that long walk. Amazing.
This is a disaster. Okay. Anyway, Jesus Christ.
What up, gamers? I would like to talk about Xbox.
Okay.
So you remember that time, which was like last week, where people who care about like antitrust issues and jobs and monopoly and human dignity yelled about Xbox. Well, this week the gamers are angry about Xbox.
Cool. That works for me.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Like now, because the gamers are angry that it appears to be that Microsoft is aligning itself to a future where eventually there is no Microsoft box.
Oh,
It looks like they're getting rid of the box. And like, and to these people, I have to say, what are you, fucking stupid? Like the writing was on this wall for years. Like
they're just catching up. It's fine. They weren't paying attention.
like,
what are they going to do about it?
It's obvious that Microsoft doesn't want to make a box.
Right.
Like they would rather own the industry than the box.
Right.
And by eliminating the box, they get that much closer to owning the industry.
Well, it's back, but that's what they do.
Yeah.
Like,
God.
They're trying to get rid of the box because they believe that they own the industry. And, you know, they bought Activision Blizzard, which gives them COD, which is a big deal. You know, COD moves units in ways that most publishers just simply can't. And, like, I guess if they manage to pick up, like, EA and whoever owns 2K, who I can't remember right now, then they would have basically the casual gamer, like, industry in their hands. That's what will happen.
So I have a prediction here. I'm going to make a bold, gross prediction.
Okay, sure.
Which is that Microsoft is one of the like 2 companies in the world with a market cap north of $3 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's gross.
It's pretty wild,
yeah. But what could Microsoft do by getting rid of their own physical box? TikTok. What could they do? What could be acquisition targets if they did not themselves have a box?
I know someone with a box.
Buy out somebody with a box.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know that Nintendo does not, for purposes of like I think if they're getting rid of I think if their goal is to get rid of their box, their target is not Nintendo. Like if they just wanted Nintendo, they would sit there and wait for the changes in investor culture at Nintendo to ultimately manifest, because there are now more like aggressive investors at Nintendo, and I think they would just like sit around and wait for those changes to like meaningfully do something. I think instead, fucking Phil Spencer and people above Phil Spencer at Microsoft have decided they want Sony.
Do you mean like Sony Interactive Entertainment?
I think they want to eat the whole thing. I think they want to eat the whole thing.
I don't think that's gonna work. I mean, I guess they could want that. I'm not saying that's like impossible. I'm just like doing the math there. Like it's exactly what happened to Embracer, right? Like Embracer tried to snatch up a bunch of like IP all at once, and then they realized that they can't run a business like that, and they start shuttering studios and teams and throwing out stuff.
And spoiler alert, that's also what Microsoft has done, like, which is that they started laying off people across their various like acquired studios.
Right.
Once the deal for Activision Blizzard was like a done business.
Right.
And I fully expect that, like, if they make a play for Sony, that when they do so, that there will be like, hey, we've discovered that there's redundancy at the top of the gaming division, and start like firing off people. But there are things that acquiring Sony does for them. Like, I hate that at this point, like, media is this way. Like, I can just see Microsoft sitting around going, like, you know what? Why don't we own a movie studio? And it's like, because you have no reason to own a movie studio, you fucking dickheads. But this is the way that this works now. And like, I can just see it now. Like, It's Microsoft Columbia Pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, well, I agree. Buying Sony outright would give them access to Sony Pictures and in addition to Sony Interactive Entertainment. But like, Sony also still like makes speakers and like TVs and stuff. And
yeah,
like,
sure does.
But
I
like,
picture all those things with a fucking Microsoft logo on them.
But that's what I mean. I don't think Microsoft cares about hardware that much. And like buying Sony outright to try to get those two things, like I think it might be simpler for them, even though it's still immensely complicated for them to target Sony Pictures and Sony Interactive Entertainment. But like because for them to like shut down all the hardware that they run.
So what I think that like for them, like the televisions and the like portable media players and the phones, like there may not be a large Sony phone presence in the North America market. There is still a significant Sony phone presence in EU and FE.
They still do speakers and sound bars and stuff. Remember?
Right? Sure. I think that what they mainly want to do, like they'll continue to like make televisions and bullshit. They'll. I think that the people who make televisions at Sony, those guys' job will be safe. Good for them. Like if you're a guy who makes a TV at Sony, you're probably gonna like not have to worry about looking for the job for the like 5 years, maybe 10 years. But like you eventually will, but you're fine right now. I think that if you're a guy who's like, you know what, I'm in hardware design at Sony for the games division. I think that if your job is hardware design for the PlayStation division, you should start polishing that fucking resume, because I think the main reason that Microsoft wants to own PlayStation is to stop making hardware, because that will put them in a position of like crippling dominance with like the remaining like outstanding like major software developers that they do not own. Because if they can shut down hardware fabrication and they're like, yeah, there's nowhere to stick your disc now, which means you can suck our fucking deal, Ubisoft and EA, like, because what are Ubisoft and EA going to do if there's just nowhere to stick a disc? If there's no hardware thingy bobber to stick a disc, then that means that like they can force the remaining like major studios that they don't own to take the deal, whatever the deal might be, to be on the Microsoft Game Store. Yeah, it's this is like I'm getting rid of the physical Xbox is about getting rid of the physical PlayStation. This is the part where like Xbox turns into Dracula. It has to die to come. It's one of those like, you know, picture Obi-Wan's speech at the end of like Star Wars, only now deliver evil style, where he's like, "Strike me down, and I will rise 10 times stronger." Like, if there's no more box, like they can do a lot more shit.
I mean, I agree that that's true. And to be fair, to me, Microsoft has always been Dracula. I mean, they gave us Solitaire and everything, but like they're a force older than time in terms of technology. And like they've basically been through all of it. I think Microsoft may be trying to take a big swing to take over like what the gaming landscape is, because they want to own a big cut of the pie, or as big as cut of the pie as say like Netflix or Apple. Well, Apple's probably not a good example, but Apple's more focused on like loyalty than like market control. And like, I don't know, Amazon, and they want to compete with those people, so they want to have all of gaming in their hand. And like that makes some sense. I get that. And like, while the value of Microsoft as a company definitely dwarfs that of Sony Group Corporation, man, I'm not sure if like I could see them spending like 5 years to try to get Sony out of the picture so that they can remove physical like hardware as a part of like gaming of the gaming experience. But I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, the step one to gutting Sony is if they have, and we've already seen the fucking writing on the wall for this, because there's already been like stuff that Microsoft put out accidentally too early, where they're already in marketing language no longer referring to Xbox Game Pass as Xbox Game Pass. They're now referring to it as Microsoft Game Pass. And you know that what it came down to is they had conversations where Microsoft, as a third-party developer, met with Sony like heads, and we're like, "Hey, what do we got to do to get Xbox Game Pass onto the PlayStation?"
Right.
And Sony said, thinking that they were calling fucking their bluff, said, "You know what? Don't have a box. That's what you got to do." And Microsoft is saying, "You know what? Fine, fuck you. Here we are without a box." Because if what Microsoft can do is create a situation where a bunch of people buy physical PlayStations and then don't have any kind of like meaningful attachment rate whatsoever. So like they're not
buying PlayStation games, but they're buying a PlayStation. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So like all they do is they buy the PlayStation and then they sign up for Microsoft Game Pass because that gets them Call of Duty and that gets them a shit ton of stuff. You know, then like all of a Sony finds themselves, all Sony does is like, because
they're
Sony's
selling boxes at a loss and now they're just cannibalizing themselves. I understand. I see the vision.
Yeah. This is an effort to like fuck Sony over a 5-year period and put them in a position where it's advantageous for them to like either shut down their PlayStation division or to sell the company whole hog to Sony. I'm sorry, to
Microsoft.
To Microsoft. And like Sony has entertained conversations from people who have viewed them as an acquisition target before.
Right.
Like Apple looked at them, Amazon looked at them. Like this is not the first time that somebody has looked at Sony and said like, "I want to use my fuck eyes on you." Like they have had those meetings. Like we know that they are open to acquisition. Like we know this, and I just don't like. I think that like allowing, like I basically think the deal is done. The hands have shaked. Microsoft Game Pass is coming to PlayStation because Sony is too short-sighted, and they took whatever like temporary cash infusion that represents, and like because we know that the way capitalism works now is like, does line go up this quarter? If line goes up this quarter, then like then we are happy. So I think line went up, and they didn't think further along than that.
Maybe so. I mean, you know, I can't see what Sony's going to do in the next 5 years. I do know that their first party stuff, like for better or for worse, is not my cup of tea, but it's stuff that people like, you know? And
don't like those third person adventure dad games.
I don't care for them. It's not my thing. But like, you know, people buy the shit out of those, and like they definitely play them and they talk about them, and I think as long as Sony makes games that people are willing to talk about, I think they'll ultimately be okay. Whether or not that changes, like they'll put out some stinkers, they hide some shit, that happens. I get that, and those are things that we personally would yell about, but it's not going to sink a company. And I don't know what their line is. Like if they only need to sell 1 or 2 games a year to make the PS5 sale worth it for them, I think that's something that's within their reach. But I don't know what those numbers are. I'm definitely speculating. And I agree that there is some sort of future where Microsoft slowly bleeds Sony because they end up in a parasitic relationship with them. And maybe Sony isn't aware of how parasitic it can be. But I'm not sure. Like I know they're less of a house in crisis than they were, say, like 2 years ago, when like their upper management was all over the place and they didn't know what the fuck they were doing and they still needed to sell the PS5. But they seem like they're in a better place. And maybe this is the next thing, the next challenge that they have to deal with. They have to prove that their console and their offerings are worth more than Microsoft Game Pass to the people that they're already selling to. But that just sounds like the thing they've been doing anyways, even when they were in crisis. Like, I agree it can go that way, but I'm not convinced that that's our future. I guess I'd have to see more before it happens.
Sony's like main demographic also has never been the United States. It's always been Japan.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Japan does not like non-physical media.
But that, like, the percentage of Sony's revenue that is Japan versus North America, like, North America makes up like the majority of their revenue at this point.
That's still never been their target audience, though.
Hold on, but is that for Sony Interactive Entertainment or is it Sony Group Corporation? Those are different things.
1 second, pulling up an earnings report for you now.
For sure. It's just like I know that like Sony Group Corporation, like America buys more of their TVs and shit. That's fine because like I know that's not the brand preference for like that kind of stuff in Japan, anyways. But like if they are straight up selling more PS5s and more games in NA than they are in Japan, I find that difficult to believe. But if those are the numbers, those are the numbers.
Okay. Oh my god, I hate cookie acceptance.
It's fucking trash, right? I mean,
you can thank the EU for that one.
Oh, the EU?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, there's new legislation that's going on in the EU for online safety. That's going to be really tricky for like bigger publishers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one's supposed to go into effect, I think, like in March of this year, and the next one's like next year. But like they're both, it's like an EU one and a UK one. I can look at that, but like, god damn it! I know I saw it on Game Developer. Yeah, the EU Digital Services Act goes into effect. Oh, this month, February 2024, and the UK Online Safety Act will go into effect in early 2025. And it like manages all like online risk assessment for games that have any sort of user generated content, like communication between players online. So like it's largely encompassing, but it's like, you know, it's still EU focused, but they don't play about that shit. They'll just kick you out of the EU.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
For Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I hate the internet so much. God, what the fuck? When did the internet become? Oh, you know what? I know the answer to that question. Why? But you know what? I'm just going to say it rhetorically aloud, just because like it pains me. When did the internet become a total pile of shit? So bad.
Oh, like 2014, something like that.
Oh God, I don't think it was that late. Was it that late?
I was going to say 2016, but you know.
Yeah, just everything is unusable. All right, Sony revenue totals, fantastic. Mm-hmm. All right, Sony's largest segment as a company, is their gaming segment.
Okay,
and of that gaming segment, the North America market represents 28.6% of the market. Mm-hmm. And Japan represents 16.6% of the market.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Those are the numbers. Yeah.
EU represents 26% of the market. And then the rest are some like individual countries, which are breakouts, which are not part of the measurement for those territories.
Yeah.
Like China, etc. But like Japan is nowhere near their primary target anymore.
I mean, genuinely, I mean this 100%. If Xbox and Sony get rid of their boxes, I will not buy video games from them anymore.
Fair enough.
I barely buy video games on Steam. Barely. Like, I will just simply not be a video game person anymore. I'll get a new hobby. Oh well.
Ridiculous.
It's true. I know my spending habits, though.
No. Tegan, I'm not saying that your position is ridiculous.
Oh, I see.
No, like, I mean, I'm sorry if that was unclear. I'm more saying like the idea of like constant buyouts and like one of my least favorite scenes in cinema history, which seems so incredibly forward looking now, which I guess maybe means like maybe I'm the jackass, is that like that moment in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, when fucking Liam Neeson in a hippie haircut and Ewan McGregor and Jar Jar Binks are they're in a little boat going to the bottom of the ocean so they can see the other guns in Gun City, and like a big old fish comes to try and bite on their little ship, but then that fish gets eaten by another fish, and then that fish gets eaten by another fish, and then Liam Neeson goes, "There's always a bigger fish," and we've reached the phase of capitalism where it's now there's always a bigger fish. Where like a company just existing successfully means another company which has reached the sputtering point of growth is no longer possible will be like, oh, growth is no longer possible. The only thing that we can do at this point to air quote grow is just consume another company. And like Microsoft's gaming division works if they only break video games like as an art form. Like it's fucking disgusting.
I don't think Microsoft is capable of breaking video games as an art form. Full stop.
Well, I guess maybe not as an art form, but like they're only like capable of growing if they monopolize it as a capitalist enterprise.
No, I get that that's what they're trying to do. One, I don't think it'll work, but two, I don't think that Microsoft, however big they are or claim to be, are capable of breaking video games. And like I mean that differently than I guess like would matter to a lot of people. Like I do believe that, you know, they're able to buy the biggest companies that make the most money right now. And maybe they could be forward thinking enough to pick up enough publishers that they think are profitable because people already like them. But like I feel like that kind of action is like short-sighted, and I agree that maybe they could bend the industry to try to appeal to be someone that Microsoft would look forward to buy. But there are people who are just making interactive experiences that they feel are resonant to them and other people, and I think that will continue to happen regardless of like what Microsoft has plans for in video games. I genuinely believe that there's still new and interesting experiences to be had that will be made, and maybe it'll be harder to bring them to market for a profit incentive. Like those things may be true, but like as an art form, as like things to interact with, for people who are talking about experiences, human or otherwise, will continue to happen, regardless of where the next Call of Duty comes from.
Like I am absolutely like, like there is a part of me that is certain that one of two things is going to happen.
Okay.
And this will happen once Microsoft is able to like further cement their phantom stranglehold on games by getting rid of a box.
Okay.
Is like they will do something in Windows that will make it harder to like run games from itch.
Yeah, I could believe something like that. That sounds like something that they are entirely poised to do.
Like I don't think that they'll buy itch because they're like what's that worth?
No,
like,
they don't care about itch, but if people play less itch games, then they'll just default to the store, or they make it more difficult to play itch games. It's enough for people to not point to itch, especially if they're not especially tech savvy. Those things make sense to me. And I view those as obstacles as opposed to death knells. And maybe it's because of what I know about technology or whatever. But like I just feel like that they can I don't believe that Microsoft has the power to kill video games or even creativity in the space. I don't think that's the thing that they can do as a company. And like, if that's a threat for them, if they want to say bet to that, then I will fight them till my last breath. I mean that in my heart of hearts. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I agree that this sucks and it could lead to more things that suck for a large swath of people, maybe even the majority of people who enjoy video games. But I don't think it's the end.
I just think that like, you know what, Rocky, and I'll say like I like that and I like your spirit. I love your spirit, in fact. I hope that more people have it and more people are ready to fucking piss gasoline. And I love Tegan's, hey, if you do that, then I'm just not going to fucking play in your sandbox. Mm-hmm. Because there are the itches out there that allow people, if you want to play a visual novel where you find fun outfits for people a lot, and the game does not try and extort you, you can find those on itch. You can find the outfit games. If you want to find a fun weird match 3 game on itch, you can do that. If you want to find a game which is essentially Max Payne, you can find that too. If you want to find weird shit that looks like it belonged from like the SNES to the PS2 era, itch has got you covered, fam. If you want to find horror games that will keep you up at night and make you feel unsettled, itch has got you covered, fam. And you know what? You don't even have to buy from fucking itch. A lot of these developers are selling directly. Mm-hmm. And also, a reminder, as much as Gabe is weird and has a knife collection, Steam is still privately held. There is no publicly traded Steam stock, which means that Steam is still entirely making decisions for itself because it is not beholden to, quote, like the stockholders, like a publicly traded company. Like, I do love the fact that Steam is still privately held. Thank God. Jesus. Which does give them the freedom to be able to reject any buyout offer that they receive. It would not surprise me that if like Microsoft had showed up and said like, hey guys, we just fucking buy you out. And they had just said, you know what, that's fucking great. Would you mind us doing us a favor? And on your way out through the lobby, could you fuck yourself? Because publicly traded companies, because of the way capitalism works, literally do not have the freedom to tell a buyout offer like that to fuck itself. As I point to the thing formerly known as Twitter, which now has ads for Nazi canned peaches on it. Jesus. Every time I block the Nazi canned peaches, I get a new different ad for Nazi canned peaches.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know. I've essentially quit logging into Twitter, and I'm having a great time.
Shout out to Teagues.
Tegan's out here modeling healthy living. Meanwhile, I'm like, can you just put the fucking Cheez-It in my mouth?
Yeah, I mean, all the artists that I follow, now that Blue Sky opened, they're all on Blue Sky. All the Japanese artists, which was the only reason I was going back to Twitter, they're all on Blue Sky. I literally have no reason to go back to Twitter. So I just don't anymore.
I should spend more time on Blue Sky.
Shrug emoji. What?
Okay. I feel like I've screamed all I can scream on this. Does anybody else have anything on this?
The thing being Microsoft's moving away from buying or making boxes?
Yes.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm done with that.
Okay. All right. Great. Fuck them. Feed them beans. Tell Spencer, eat some beans.
I did want to talk a little bit about one Final Fantasy 14 thing that is Xbox related, which is apparently, while Final Fantasy 14 is coming to Xbox, so people who have been waiting for that to happen, that's going to be real soon. The fun thing is that while you'll be able to play the critically acclaimed expansions Heaven's Ward and Stormblood for free, if you ever decide to upgrade to the full game, you still have to pay for Game Pass. So you have to pay for Game Pass and the Square Enix subscription, which will make the game something like $23 to $25 a month, which is insane. It was a fight that Sony had with Square Enix a long time ago, and eventually Sony, while they do have a paid online service, they don't charge for Final Fantasy 14 anymore because of the fight that they ended up having. I hope the same fight happens with Xbox, but who knows? Still fresh. We'll see what happens.
Wild.
I can't imagine them not having that fight.
Oh no, it's gonna be ugly, and I hope Xbox comes back and be yeah. So it turns out, even though it's available through Game Pass, if you upgrade to the free the full version of Final Fantasy 14, you don't have to pay for Game Pass. You can just connect to the game because you're already paying for it, and that's fine. I hope they finally get to it. One thing that is news that is especially important to me is that the owner of From Software, Katakawa, apparently bought the developer Acquire, which is known for the Octopath Traveler series. So now they're both in the same house. I don't know what that's gonna lead to, but apparently Katakawa shared it in their Q3 earnings report, and they stated at the time that it will strengthen its ability to create new franchises. I wonder, because it's not like FromSoft and like Acquire will be working together, but if they have the same parent, and maybe Acquire will benefit from their management, and maybe people will finally look twice at the Octopath Traveler series instead of blowing it off at every award season, despite them doing good work every fucking year. But who knows? We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Also, there is one article that it came from Kotaku, which is a mixed bag for me personally, but the headline was definitely meant to be kind of clickbaity. It's a conscientious objector jailed after being outed as a PUBG player. Basically, South Korea has like a compulsory military service, and a young man argued that he should be exempt from the service because he's a conscientious objector. He doesn't believe in war, and he doesn't side with the use of weapons and all that, so he wouldn't be helpful at the very least. But they shouldn't just bring him on. But the Supreme Court of Korea has ruled that because they love playing PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which is an online military styled like shooter, that he cannot use the conscientious objector defense, and instead will be jailed for the duration of time that he would be serving in the South Korean military, which is wild for a couple of reasons. But basically they argued that the defendant had not put any effort into spreading or realizing what he says is his ideological belief, and the love of PUBG also served as further evidence that he wasn't against war and violence. And so because he no longer has the defense available to him, he will be jailed for the amount of time that he would be compulsed to serve in the South Korean army, which is 1 year and 6 months.
Wow.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it does make sense. It's not great though. And the article, maybe they just want to talk about compulsory like South Korean like military service, but they definitely kind of point it like this is an injustice, as if there was something to do about it. But then you read the article and it's like, actually, this seems all above board. It just sucks, and that's where
it does. It does suck, but also like I feel like if you're against war and violence as a whole, you wouldn't be playing PUBG.
Maybe
like I feel like that's a very like I'm against war and violence if I have to do it in real life, but it's okay if it's virtual. Like, I understand there's a difference there, but also at the same time, like conscientious objectors has like a very specific connotation, and I feel like if you really were, you also wouldn't do the online portion.
So you're telling me that consumption of media that features something is an explicit endorsement of the depicted activity?
No. I'm saying consumption of media and participation in media in this situation, I feel like, are different. Like I could watch a movie about a thing I don't agree with, and I'm not able to do anything about it except not watch the movie anymore, which is the thing I already do.
All art is ultimately interactive.
Okay.
I don't think that's I don't think that's a weird position. Because like art is supposed to challenge us, and art is supposed to engage us. Like art is supposed to be like ultimately interactive, like by virtue of its nature. Like we are supposed to engage with art, like whether or not we're actively pressing a button doesn't change the interactivity of it. Like we are engaged by music, we are engaged by paintings, we're engaged by film, we're engaged by books. Like art is ultimately interactive. And so like I'm not sure if I'm like with the idea
that choosing to participate in an artistic thing that you have the option to not participate at all then like goes against you being a conscientious objector. Like he's an avid player of PUBG. It's not like he played it once and then was like, "Oh, it's not for me," and like quit playing it at all. He played it regularly enough that it was
but my favorite, like one of my favorite subgenres of horror film are slashers. It does not mean that I want to fucking put on a hockey mask and kill people with a machete.
Sure, but like one, I'm not sure if that's an apt example, but I understand that it drives your point. I do want to say, at least for this particular example with this young man, that was definitely supplementary evidence. Like it wasn't, or evidence is probably not the right word, but like a supplementary point to the fact that like as a conscientious objector, usually it means that like you are actively opposing the war. You show up to protests, like you try to spread the knowledge that war is bad and we shouldn't be involved. Like that's part of like being determined to be a conscientious objector in this particular case. And it didn't seem like they were doing any of that. They just said, I'm not really about war and that's not my thing, which I do believe is fair and valid. But I don't know how the Supreme Court of Korea judges those particular things. And I could see them being unfriendly to that particular like response. That's what I'm saying. I do believe that art is interactive. I don't think it's indicative of like personal politics. And that's not actually what happened here. They just made it look like that, but based on the way that the article was like framed by its headline. But the content of the article, which I can share with you, just seems like there was other things that made them less convinced that he's actually a conscientious objector. Not that just because he plays PUBG on the regular, that he's actually totally cool with war and he could serve, but since he doesn't want to, we're throwing him in jail.
That's fair.
Okay, and I can see that because like we do live in a hellscape where people are like, we need clicks in order to survive, and if they're like, and if they want to frame the narrative around that's going to drive traffic to their site,
right?
Yeah. In summary, I'm so tired. Please just give me the Baja Blast pie. Yeah. That cinnamon whip seems boss.
I mean, it seems fine, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure I can make it for you. I can give you a recipe. It probably wouldn't even take that long.
Is it step 1, buy some whip, step 2, stir some cinnamon into it?
I mean, it could be a little bit more involved, but that seems like the big steps, yeah. Oh, man.
You can just buy cinnamon whipped cream.
Wait,
like that's already just available for purchase.
Wait, really? That's
yeah,
exciting.
so it's peppermint and caramel.
That's exciting.
Love that for you. I did want to touch base on a couple action RPGs I've been playing. Born of Bread continues to get patched, which I didn't think was going to happen with this budget, like Paper Mario like RPG, but it's like every 3 weeks or so, they're just like, hey man, we're tightening up the experience. We've heard a couple of things are bugs and they're bothering people and we're fixing them. And it's like every 3 weeks, and that's cool. The game itself is fun. There are a lot more companions than I thought there were going to be. And that's cool. And the writing is still strong. There are plenty of shenanigans to be had. Please play Born of Bread. Also, I've been playing a lot of Thirsty Suitors. And Thirsty Suitors is very cool. I think I talked about it before. It kind of feels like an alternate imagining of like the Scott Pilgrim narrative, where you have to face down your evil exes instead of facing down the evil exes of a new partner. This character is facing down their own evil exes, quote unquote, in town, but they're kind of just like settling beefs and like making friends. There's also it's actually probably closer to the main plot than a subplot. where there is a man in like a bear costume at an abandoned skate park that's building a cult of like disillusioned teens. And you're trying to like get to the bottom of their plot, and it looks like they're trying to steal the mayoral race so that they can save their skate park and like rebuild this suburb into something that could be like prosperous or something. I don't know. But it's very cool. There's a lot of cooking mini games that are also full of action commands. I'm having a lot of fun with those. And I'm still rating Final Fantasy 14. It is difficult, but I'm having fun. And I'm playing Guilty Gear Strive. I actually have to do my weekly like 1 to 10. And I'm also looking into the local scene here in Ohio to try to get out there and play and support my locals. So I might be going out to those in the next couple of weeks. There might be some field reports.
Love this.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. At least it's the big stuff. Oh, and I played the demo for News Tower, and I thought it was going to be okay, but then I just sat and played the demo till it completed in 2 hours. And News Tower seems like it's going to be cool, and that's probably going to be out by the time this comes out. I played on stream this past week, and they said it was going to come out the following week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like if it's past it's definitely going to be out by then. News Tower is where you run a newspaper, or like you suddenly it's a management sim where you're running a newspaper publication in New York City, like at the end of like the 20s, and apparently there are factions that you can make friends with. One of them is the mob, and you send reporters all over the country to pick up stories. It seems very well detailed, and you have to, like in addition to just running the newspaper and finding stories, like customer happiness is a really important detail that you can't let slip. Otherwise, like your newspaper will start to fall apart. And all that feels really good so far. I played it for about a couple of hours. I might return to it. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick it up yet, but I'm going to give it another week to stew. But maybe it'll be back. Maybe it'll be a regular thing. Who knows?
It does stop like right before World War II breaks out, isn't that right?
Yeah, something like that. I think we got to like well, like I think we're going to start reporting because you have like a global map that you're able to explore, and like it's I think we cut off like right at like 1932. So like we might end up reporting on like Hitler coming into power and all that, or like the invasion of Poland and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how big their scope is, but they also said that like it's a game that's actually it's going into early access this coming week. That's what it is. But they've promised 2 years of support. So like I'm assuming they have a roadmap.
It's gonna be good. Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
Video games.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that some of you are aware that I play a game called Hearthstone.
Mm-hmm.
I have all right, where's wood? This is me knocking wood until my knuckles hurt.
Okay.
God, and I'm saying words I'm certain I may regret.
I'm interested.
Okay. I feel like there is a very real I think, Rock, you'll understand the level of caution I'm using once I say the words.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to hit legend this month.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Great news, Brian.
All right. Now you understand the caution.
Actually,
yeah.
You want me to tell you something? I did some digging because, like, one of the things that I did over the year that I was like trying to like move up to gold in like League of Legends is that I started hanging out in a particular subreddit, which was like Summoner School, And
Mhm.
basically people would say like, hey, I'm having this problem in League of Legends. What should I do? And like sometimes it's like people saying, I've been playing for 7 years and I'm still dog shit in iron. Something's wrong. I can't get my team to play with me. And then everyone dogpiles on them and tells them some reasonable advice and they move on. But sometimes they'll be like, hey, there's this particular interaction that I'm seeing in these games. And I don't know what this is. And then like, they'll sleuth after it or whatever. And so like I wouldn't necessarily like post on the subreddit, but I would hang out and read the conversations. And sometimes I glean things and sometimes I wouldn't. But one of the things that they said was that in League of Legends, if you're playing ranked, it takes about 100 games to get to whatever your rank actually is, period. And it's just because like after like the way that the placements work is that they definitely set you lower than what your actual gameplay level is supposed to be because they expect you to climb over the course of the season. But the thing is, while it takes about 100 games to get to your actual rank, I did get to gold last year, and I looked at the numbers after I read that like a week ago, and it took me 800 games to get to gold last year. And like each of those games run anywhere from 15 minutes if like everyone surrenders at the beginning to something north of like 45. I think my longest game was like 57 minutes last year, and I played 800 of those. It took basically forever, and I learned a lot, but like I get that. It's definitely a challenge and an endurance test more than anything else.
Yeah, there seems to be some sorcery with the way the MMR works. That like the higher you go, how do I put this? Like the higher you go on a regular basis, then like what it'll do is like the number of like bonus stars that they give you at the beginning of the it seems to be at this point it seems like I have reached a point where the game is more interested in getting me back to where I was on the climb.
Okay.
And I don't know what I don't know what corner I have turned, but they're like, we got to get you back to high diamond, brah. And I'm like, I appreciate it, game. Thank you. Yes, please get me back to high diamond. But that definitely, like, I can feel like when the game resets each month. There is definitely like a sense that the game is like, oh, it's kind of like showing up to a restaurant and they'll be like, oh, sir, well, there's no need to have you here. And like, like I definitely feel some like, oh, sir, there's no need to have you here. And like, I'm like, okay, game, I'm with it. I am very much with this. Like, there's no need to have me here. Like I appreciate the sentiment. There's like, but I just find myself like, Rocky, I'm going to say something that like sounds like hubris.
Okay.
I find myself flying through platinum each month.
Good. All right. That means you've been there before. You know what's up.
And like there were definitely like I remember grinding to platinum each month and feeling fucking lucky if I got to diamond.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, whatever, platinum, fuck off. And it's like, and I'm just like flying, just like, okay, all right, cool. It's, and I don't know. I don't understand the formula, Rocky. I don't know if I know it's a recipe, and I know that there's multiple ingredients in this cocktail. I know that there is I'm better.
Okay.
I know that there is also going to be something with the way the matchmaking is working.
Okay.
That like the game wants to, I guess, get me to where I belong. I also just don't know if like better players are quitting, and so I'm just a bigger fish in a smaller pond now.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah. But but I don't like if I make it, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like for so much of my Hearthstone journey, our listeners have been along with me. In fact, I don't know if they care to be along with me. I don't but they have been. But yeah, like I just I don't know if I if I do something like reach legend and then retire.
Do you want to? Do you want to keep playing?
Like I'm now routinely playing against people where when I see their fucking tags, I see that their tag will be like shithead plays or shithead twitch.tv. And I'm like, oh, I am now routinely encountering live streamers in my play. I'm now like in that pool. Number one, congratulate your boy on never stream sniping.
Yeah, I mean, good. I'm glad that it's working out.
Like the temptation is real, and there is definitely like a little devil Brian on my shoulder going like, look, his handle's right there. You know, like
you could do it. You could totally do it.
You could stream snipe him. You could go log up shithead plays right now, and like you could see what's in his hand. You could fuck him hard. And I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because that's not video games. No, that's fuckery.
It is fuckery. You're right.
And I like video games, not fuckery. Also, I think that might be the first time in multiple years on this show I've said I like video games.
Yeah, what up?
Jesus. But maybe if more video games had fucking giant Cheez-Its inside of them, I would be a moron.
There was actually a first-person shooter that was like, oh god, man, do you remember that one like crazy like surrealistic first-person shooter that came out like a few years ago? That like everyone was.
Which one?
It was like, it was all like purple and green rather than like, like an actual war zone.
Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, like there's another game that reminded me of that. I just watched a trailer for it like last week. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I'm just scrolling through my history. Jesus Christ. There's so many. Sorrow Days, Answers. Was it before or after Answers? Coyote versus Acme. Guys, fine type.
Insert Brian's gigantic Coyote versus Acme speech here.
Yeah, right. Just stick it right in there. Actually, if you want to do it real quick while I'm looking for this, like that's totally fine.
David Zasloff. Hide, get in your closet, hold the fucking coat hanger, cry, I'm coming for you. I'm going to oil my entire body, smear myself in camouflage, enter your estate, come in through the veranda, because you almost certainly have one.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I'm coming in through the veranda. I'm going to pick up the most expensive object, which I'm certain that you've never touched before, and then beat you to death with it.
Oh my god.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
For legal reasons, this is an incredibly funny joke.
Okay.
For reasons you don't understand or funny, this is a hilarious joke.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like David Zasloff, you can't even get your teeth capped right, and you want to fucking fuck with the Looney Tunes? You
Apparently, yeah.
Like David Zasloff needs to be locked inside of a saw trap. Okay, like he needs that fucking puppet from Saw. Be like, hello, David Zasloff. Your entire body's a balance sheet, and the only way that you can make number go higher is by cutting off parts of yourself. Make number go higher, David Zasloff.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, I found it. Oh man. Okay, so there it is. There's a Steam Next Fest demo. It's called Mullet Mad Jack. That's what it's called. It is incredibly violent. It is a roguelike first-person shooter that has like big Doom vibes and everything's super powerful. And you just blow up a bunch of robots and shit.
Oh, this looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
I watched the trailer the other day and I was like, I think Brian would like this.
Yeah.
Also, the reason I couldn't find it is because it wasn't actually in my YouTube history because I opened it directly from like the article that I found.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say from the Steam page. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Like I remember there was like one of these I'm really gonna climb into the Wayback Machine for people right now.
Let's go.
I remember there was one of these on the Ouya.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. And I bought it. The day it came out for $5, and I was like, this game slaps. And I really enjoyed the like first person I enjoyed the single player campaign. The single player campaign was great. And then I hopped into a lobby and I'm like, let's fuck. Guess how many people were in that lobby?
0.
That's the one.
One. Yes. It was you.
It was me. It was me.
Oh man.
And then like I tried going into lobbies like 3 more times, and 2 out of the 3 times the lobby was just as empty. One time, one dude hopped into the lobby. I bodied him. He immediately left, and that was the end.
Yeah.
It's like that was like multiplayer on Ouya. If it was online multiplayer, was definitely a fucking experience. It was like, it's like, yeah, you can play games with other people on the internet, on the Ouya. Can you, though?
You could if more people had a Ouya.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. That's the one.
Man, I remember buying a fucking Ouya in a Best Buy. Like I bought an Ouya at retail. I went to a store on Ouya launch day. I was like, oh man, fucking Ouya, let's go, baby. And there was one other fucking weirdo there. And I was like, what's up, weirdo? And we were both like, yeah, man. Yeah. And we both had our Ouyas. We're like, that's right. Fucking Ouya forever. And then like I don't think either one of us realized that there's only 2 of us here. And I'm like, yeah, the revolution will not be 2 dudes in a Best Buy. It will not. Man, I miss that little weird box.
I hear you.
Yeah, like there should be more consoles that are just like a shitty thing that cost $100 and like has a mostly crappy store, but occasionally has shit like Towerfall on it.
I mean, the tools got to get better, It's an infrastructure problem.
Yeah. Man.
It's also an inflation problem.
Man, fucking inflation, man.
I know, right?
Hey, and also reminders to everybody that the actual increases in prices of items that you're seeing right now are well above what the Fed says the inflation rate is.
True.
So what you're seeing is not actually inflation, but in fact price gouging.
It does agreed.
It does agreed. Oh man. Teagues, are you gonna yell about Minecraft?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. It's been life is up and life is down in Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's been
It's been 10 hours. I built what was supposed to be a very, very efficient ink farm. So that would just instantly murder squids by having them spawn above a ground, and then they would fall to the ground, and then they would die. And unfortunately, what it has turned into is a very, very efficient salmon farm. And so now I have so many fish, actually. I just want some ink. I don't want fish. It's more ink than I would have gotten if I was like killing them by myself, but it's not the like 2,000 ink an hour I was promised, so
Sorry, Teagues.
It's okay. We'll figure it out one way or the other. But that's it. Other than that, Lantern Raid's happening in Genshin, but I haven't played any of the Lantern Raid event because I'm waiting for all the content to be out so that I can play it all at once, which it should be out tomorrow. Like, everything should be out. so I could just run through it real quick.
Okay.
It's my favorite event. I just want to see all the story at once. Like the other stuff, the games and stuff, I'm less worried about. It's just the story plots that I want everything out at once so that I can see it. It's gonna be cute.
Oh yeah. Oh, that reminds me, Brian. I know you're never actually going to play Final Fantasy 14, but one thing that I'm pretty sure that you would like is the Hildebrand stories, which I've put off for a very long time. But it turns out the best weapon that I can get in the game right now is actually at the end of the Hildebrand quest. So I'm catching up on 10 years of Hildebrand quests, and they're pretty silly, but they are absolutely wild. Like they follow an inexplicable man named Hildebrand Manderville, who seems to be superhuman and has like extra human like durability or whatever, and he fancies himself an inspector. And basically you follow him through his misadventures, quote in solving in quotation marks various like incidents, and you meet his family. And like on the game itself, it seems to be an excuse for like the dev team to play around with some animations that they don't get to use for the main story. So sometimes you'll just get like wildly like forward looking effects out of the game for like no good reason.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Plus he makes this stupid pose. Let me see if I can find the pose for you. Oh, here we go. This is a perfect one, actually. Just gonna copy that, drop that in the chat so you can look at the Hildebrand pose that you can make your character do.
Jesus!
Isn't it great? Isn't it so good? This entire plot has been absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. They also play with like the facial expressions, like the facial expressions that don't make it to the main game. They just get to throw them in here.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, like again, I'm sure that you're not going to actually play the game one day, but like people do summaries of like the Hildebrand adventures on YouTube. So like if you're looking at something to have a laugh at, like maybe throwing one of these on in the background could be fun.
This seems funny.
Yeah.
It's very funny. It's
I
very funny.
Also,
I like funny.
You regularly find the character in a new zone in the game that's just like crash landed, and so they're stuck on the ground like this.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Hildebrand's a lot of fun. I'm currently in like not Japan, and we've picked up a character. Also, there's another thing about him. Apparently there are like zombies that are like you know that can speak to some degree, and they all look to like Hildebrand as a god. And they call him Zombie Brand, and they're just kind of like an organized like coalition of zombies throughout the world that just kind of hang out and live and dress like this dude. And so you run into them throughout the stories and whatnot. There's like a Mammoth, which is like a little like automaton that thinks it's Vivi from Final Fantasy 9. And like Hildebrand like adopts him as his son.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns out that like Vivi actually has like time magic. It's a lot of shenanigans, a lot of bullshit. It's fun though.
I do love a good bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Ramblers, we got anything else today?
I think we're good.
I think that's it.
Rocky, take us home.
Yeah, sure. Hey everybody, this has been a podcast. It's called Impossible Coin. You can find it wherever podcasts are found. There is music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It's produced by our friend Big Sach. You can find his work at betweenrooms.bandcamp.com. And if he's still on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Big Sach NJ. Our logo is also a t-shirt, and it was designed by Laura Moran. You can find her on Twitter at Laura Moran, and she also has a Patreon. She does really good shit. We also have a Patreon. We're still figuring out what we're going to do about it. Apparently we're going to have a big meeting about it soon, so we come back to it. And you can, if you want to talk to any of us about anything that we talked about today, you can find us on social media. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Brian's on Twitter. Tegan's on Tumblr. Oh, Brian's on Twitter and Blue Sky. Excuse me.
Yeah, there you go.
Tegan's on Tumblr. It's all Impossible Coin, no dashes, underscores, or anything weird like that. We also have a Discord that you can find, I believe, in any of the link trees of the social medias. And Tegan and I stream a couple times a week at twitch.tv/Impossible Coin. But that's us. That's the show.
And we're not here to tell you to vote ribbon candy. That's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah.
Peace.
Bye.
Later.
It's official. You suck.